How's it hanging, fellas? I'm OrosZ, and this is another episode of Uncharted Golden Abyss, and in today's episode we are entering the Golden Abyss. You'd think this game we named Golden Abyss just because it sounds awesome and it wouldn't have any relevance on the plot, but no, it is. It is relevant to the plot. That's the place we're going into, the Golden Abyss. There's a bunch of gold there, but we can't take any of it because it's radioactive. Like that shitty song. That sounds exactly like Imagine Dragons. No, wait a minute. Was Imagine Dragons a song or the name of the band? And Radioactive was their song. They had like songs. One of them was Radioactive, and they had another one. They were like the exact same fucking song. And I'm not sure if the other one wasn't called Imagine Dragons, and the band is called 21 Pilots. I don't fucking remember. Or am I mistaking bands because they all sound the same? I used to think like, oh man, I listen to like 80s rock, metal, I'm fucking original and shit. I don't listen to some bullshit. But then I listened to so much of this fucking 80s metal and so many different fucking bands you all never fucking heard of. And I realized, man, they also fucking sound all the same. Like if I closed my eyes, picked a song at random, I couldn't fucking tell you whether it was fucking Dawkins, Striper, Rat, or whatever the fuck. No, actually, Dawkins. Okay, Dawkins kind of falls into that category of sounding like any fucking metal band at that time. Rat has a distinctive enough sound to it where I could probably tell that it's Rat. Striper, if they're singing about Jesus, then I know it's Striper. Yeah, Striper's like the Christian metal band. They sing about praising the Lord and shit. That doesn't change that their songs are pretty awesome. Even though they're about praising the Lord. To hell with the devil. And yeah, I still like them all because it's still all good music. But for example, there's this one band called I think they're called Crocus, and they sound like like a fucking dollar store AC/DC. They sound like AC/DC but they're not AC/DC. Think of that song "American Woman." You probably heard it before.
Another minor god.
That's probably their most famous song. That's like the song that always plays whenever like a female character fucking shows up in like like a 2000 movie. I would play that. But she has to be from America, otherwise it doesn't make fucking sense. This jump I made by tapping on the screen. I remember that because I was trying to kind of do it more often here. I just wanted to check out how it works, if it fucking works at all. Look, a dead corpse. Shall we eat it? Quesadillas. Quesadillas.
So well preserved. Their bodies are all contorted, like they died in agony.
Yeah, their graphics are contorted too.
Maybe birth defects or something? Maybe sacrificed to the gods of the underworld?
Imagine what
Ah, my fucking everything hurts. Yeah, what the fuck I was gonna say? Oh yeah, I was talking about the Flash movie. So after the two Flashes realized that there can't be anything done to save this universe, and we just kind of have to give up on trying to fucking save everything. I guess the lesson here is that you literally can't help everyone. Some of the fights you just have to lose them. Have to lose a battle or two to win the war. That's just like how Superman can't exactly help everybody in the world at the same time. He also has his normal daily life.
freeze to death.
Hey, check it out, over here.
Wow. They went a little crazy with the whole Temple of the Serpents thing, huh? You think it'll float?
Yeah, it seems sound enough.
No,
Guess we'll find out.
looks better than the fucking canoe we had earlier. More stylistic and like seems more sturdy, even though it's old as fuck. Maybe if they won't shoot at us, we actually might swim across the lake. Who knows? I did record this whole series, so you don't have to worry about me fucking up something and missing some episodes. I mean, while I'm recording this commentary, not gameplay for this, commentary, gameplay I recorded like 2 weeks ago. while I'm recording this commentary, like episode 7 of A Hat in Time is out, and there's like 20 something episodes in that series, so. And A Hat in Time ended up being longer than fucking Uncharted. Doesn't seem like it would be that long, it's just a fucking 3D platformer, but it's got quite a lot of shit to do.
We took a boat not much bigger than this, all the way from Pará, Brazil to La Paz in Bolivia. Now that was quite a journey.
Who asked? Did I fucking ask? Chase? You thought of sharing your life with me because I care? I don't fucking care.
So, if you're
Who
about
asked?
new, mile beneath the earth, you want to stay on his good side.
Probably a good idea.
No, I'm just being a dick. I'm sorry. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. Oh yeah, and then Flash comes back to his normal reality. He saves his dad in court, which, by the way, so his mother gets killed in the house. Someone broke in and stabbed her to death. His father wasn't at home because he was buying those tomatoes that they forgot, and that's how Flash wanted to fix his life by,
Both shot.
you know, making sure that his mom didn't forget the tomatoes.
Chase, I'm sorry.
But he, you know, finally learned the lesson Ben Affleck gave him at the beginning, that some things are just meant to happen and can be changed, just like how his parents died.
Enough for me to tell
Batman doesn't want to change that. It's just he, you know, he lives with it. I'm reflecting light with my watch, and I'm kind of like fucking around trying to get it into different spots in my room. It's so much fun. And the way he ultimately at least helps his dad with getting out of prison is he makes sure that his dad looks directly at the camera at the convenience store when he went to buy the tomatoes. So he didn't save his mom, but at least he managed to save his dad from going to prison. Because for some reason he was accused of, you know, fucking stabbing his own wife to death, even though everybody can assure the court that he's not insane, he's not mental. He was taking care of her while it happened because, you know, she was stabbed and whoever did it was fucking long gone. So I don't even know why the fuck he was, you know, suspected of killing his own wife when he loved her very much. It's fucking dumb. And the dumber thing is that the way they fucking save his dad in court is by just making sure that his dad looks at the camera. And I was like, that's the fucking thing I thought of at the beginning of the movie, with how Flash could at least save his dad. But then I didn't realize that he doesn't want to save his dad, he wants to save his mom from not dying. Because if he does that, then his dad wouldn't have to be saved anyway, because he wouldn't fucking go to jail. He wouldn't be suspected of anything if nothing happened. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And what the fuck I wanted to say? Oh yeah, and then Batman rolls up, and and that's the best fucking part. You expect Ben Affleck Batman to show up, right?
And who's this?
But who fucking comes out of the car? It's fucking George Clooney. Shows up out of the fucking Mercedes. So now the current fucking DCU timeline is the same one when fucking Batman Forever happened? Gotta be fucking kidding me. The Jim Carrey, Arnold Schwarzenegger fucking mashup of all the famous actors at the time. So you're telling me that in this reality we are in currently in the DCU, I guess, somewhere out there, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Mr. Freeze is still there? In this reality, the fucking Ice Age joke has been said, unironically. Batman has a bad credit card and fucking bat nipples, and Robin is somewhere out there. Fucking Jim Carrey as well as Riddler. Yeah, and that's how this movie connects to a bunch of different fucking properties. Everybody's into that shit nowadays, the multiverses, you know? It's like, oh look, we're making a new Flash movie. Make it a sequel to the fucking Flash movie that came out 50 years ago or some shit. I wasn't looking at the screen for like fucking most of this video. I'm not even sure what the fuck we're doing. I was just laying on my back. My pussy and my crack. And yeah, it's really funny.
I hope so. It's kind of the point.
This is really easy. It would be more difficult if I couldn't just move pieces anywhere I wanted, but I could only slide them around. Which secret to how to solve those sliding puddles is to get the border first,
Just a couple more
and
smooth
then get
rails and
everything
we'll
else.
have
Did you say they're embracing here? Looks to me like they're at each other's throats.
Well, they were married.
I
For a
can't
million
fucking
years
make
or so.
out what it's supposed to be.
That'd do it.
And what the fuck I've been talking about?
You did it again.
My catchphrase.
Boy, doors.
I should put it on a quote on my channel's banner. What the fuck I was talking about?
The Quiverins wanted to protect it pretty badly.
So George Clooney shows up and it's really fucking funny. At first I didn't realize, I thought it was Michael Keaton again. And I was like, oh yeah, that's not Michael Keaton, that's fucking George Clooney. He didn't appear in a bat suit, but it's, implied that he's... I guess we're in that reality now.
Man, I wish I'd remembered to
That's
bring
no
a lighter.
fucking way.
Wait,
So how the fuck are, like, future
I like
DCU movies gonna work? Like, what, are they gonna have all the Batmans at the same time now? So this movie features 3 different Batmans, which is really interesting. And the thing is, I guess the Michael Keaton Batman movies were, like, dark, but they were still, like, for kids. But, Tim Burton has that, like, he makes movies for kids, but they're kind of, like, dark. But he can, like, balance it out where it's, like, dark, but it's not fucking ridiculously dark where, like, a kid wouldn't want to watch it because it's fucking scary. There's some scary elements in it. I fucking watched Tim Burton movies as a kid. Corpse's Bride was the one where I fucking didn't want to watch because it looked too fucking weird to me. I've not liked it. Still don't really like it. And other ones were cool though. And
It's something that
the Golden Abyss, a name drop.
Felicidades.
Yeah, I don't think any other Uncharted game hit a title name drop.
Throne of the morning star.
Kind of cool.
Great veins of gold course through the walls as blood from the beast of Mammon. Golden abyss to guard the gate to hell.
How do you remember all this stuff?
I have perfect recall.
Really?
Yeah,
Total Recall.
and a good journal.
Uh-huh. Come on, Slowpoke.
My favorite Pokey? Not really. Fuck Slowpoke, he sucks ass.
Come on up here.
And what the fuck I've been saying? Yeah, so George Clooney shows up and it's hilarious. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. There's a scene before they, finally figure out that they should just give up and they defeat the evil Flash, the purple one, who turns out to be like a fucked up psycho version of the second Flash. There's a scene because whenever they time travel, they have to go so fast. They enter this like dimension that just like allows them to travel through time, through different events that happened to them.
Not only old guys who smoke cigars carried lighters.
And there's like a bunch of infinite numbers of these orbs of other Flashes that can also do that in events that happen to them. And here, when like all the orbs collide and shit, and it's supposed to be a big catastrophe or whatever the fuck, we have a bunch of other fucking really funny Easter eggs. My favorite being, so hold on. First, there's like you get a glimpse of Adam West Batman, which is pretty cool. Adam West is of course dead, so we kind of had a 4th Batman cameo in this. Pretty cool.
The Throne of Gold.
There was some other cameo. Oh yeah, the original Flash with the silly helmet made a cameo in this too. I was kind of hoping he would be part of the movie, but no, he only made a cameo appearance, unfortunately. And you know what? This made me realize that if they also featured a Christian Bale Batman in this, he's like way too similar to Ben Affleck's Batman. He would just be the same fucking Batman, pretty much. They're like exactly the same. Even their gadgets and like their Batmobiles and all that shit look the same. I was always disappointed how we never got a standalone Batman movie with Ben Affleck. Why the fuck? He was only Batman in like other movies, like Justice League and shit like that. Why the fuck, man? Oh yeah, Justice League I never fucking seen because that movie sucks ass. DCU is trash, and it's funny how DCU like really cannot pull off their own multiverse like Marvel does. They just fucking struggle with that so much. But all their standalone movies are really good. Like the Batman, the Batman from last year, 2 years ago. I don't fucking remember. And
Look at his clothes. goes.
That one was really good, and I was thinking, what if they had that Batman appear in this as well? That'd be kind of cute.
How is he so well preserved?
They'd be up for it to just make. But I don't know, maybe like if the future the Batman 2 would come out, it would kind of mess. Like, so what? The Batman, like this Batman from the Batman movies, is aware of a multiverse existence and shit, even though he's supposed to be younger and like more inexperienced Batman. Gross. What the fuck, Nate? This is the cutscene that if you, I think, play the game on hard difficulty, this guy jumps out of his chair and scares Chase, and then gets just kind of gets back on the chair. Because in the motion capture studio, when they were recording this cutscene, they decided to play a prank on the actress, but they kept the recording of that in the game, and there's like an alternative version of this cutscene where this guy in the background jumps out of his chair, which is really funny. Recommend looking it up because, well, I didn't get it to work. Like I said, I think you're supposed to play the game on a harder difficulty. And another thing I wanted to mention. Oh yeah, while all these multiverse things happening, we get a glimpse of what's probably the best fucking thing. Nicolas Cage Superman fighting a big spider. I don't think it's actually Nicolas Cage though, I think it's just a CGI model. There's a lot of CGI. It's like very obvious that it's CGI in this movie. Like the fight with Supergirl head with all the Russian soldiers. I felt like, man, I was like watching some higher budget video game cutscene. AAA cutscene from a video game. Kind of lame. And what the fuck? Yeah, so Nicolas Cage finally got to be Superman. It's fucking hilarious. He was supposed to play Superman once, but I think the movie never happened, and there's only like this one picture circulating the internet that everybody's seen of Nicolas Cage dressed as Superman with like long hair instead of, like some classic Superman hair. Oh yeah, also the Superman from like the 70s movies makes an appearance in this one. This is like one Superman movie that I once caught a glimpse of it as a kid. And like Superman gets like dumped by Lewis in it or some shit, and he like goes drinking. And I was watching it as a kid and I was like, is this some kind of fucking Superman parody or some shit? What's wrong with Superman? He's like fucking drinking, acting fucking strange. Like some kind of fucking washed up Superman. I don't know, I think it was actually a genuine Superman movie I watched. And oh yeah, isn't somebody actually working on a Superman video game? That was like on the news a while back, a couple of times. Huh, I wonder if that's still happening. The Suicide Squad game made by Rocksteady was facing some delays. I think it's coming out next year, blah blah blah. And you know what? That looks like a game that even if it turned out good, kind of like Gotham Knights, that was a game nobody had any expectations for. It's a sequel to Arkham games, but it's like you don't get to play as Batman, and it's like featuring 4-player co-op and garbage like that. And it's just fucking lame as fuck. But some people really enjoy it, and I bet some people really enjoy the Suicide Squad movie game. That'd be the one I would be more willing to play, because the characters are just cooler. Except for Red Hood. Red Hood's pretty cool. Road Scholar? What's with that soldier guy next to Dante all the time? Is he unique, or is he just some generic goon? Is it meant to be the same guy every time? Because I thought I killed this guy twice already, and he seems to still be here. But it would it be such a cool surprise if she had a gun?
Oh, this is important to you, huh? Well, it's very, very nice.
Chase, help.
You kids have found all kinds of swell toys, ain't you? Hello, gorgeous. I wondered where you were.
Dante's such a dick, so he got to the fucking goal, and what it turns out, all the gold is radioactive. Yeah, so Nicolas Cage never got to play Superman, but guess he got to be featured in this movie as a CGI of Superman, so that's cool. This movie shows you so many things that you wish would happen, like Nicolas Cage, Superman, Michael Keaton coming back as Batman, George Clooney coming back as Batman. Everybody wants to see that. I thought they would like do some more fan service and like maybe feature Joaquin Phoenix and like Heath Ledger CGI of Joker because Heath Ledger's dead. Ezra Miller's a psychopath, so I don't think they're gonna do another movie. Unless, like I said, they're gonna do Wally West or some shit and get a different actor who's not fucking insane.
Besides, who goes to museums anyway except for old people, right? Who's it gonna hurt? Really?
Wonder if that's what they thought.
Maybe we should ask them. Hey, did you hate living with all this beautiful gold? Huh? Let's take a moment and cry for all the poor Quivirians. Boo, sucks to be them. Come on, it took like a century or two, and they live with this stuff. I'm gonna have this littered throughout the black market before you can say, hey, have you had that mold checked?
Wise ass. Right to the end.
Oh, I actually killed this fucking soldier guy. What a bummer. He was my favorite character. He kind of looked like cameraman Jeff. Or the same. Was that cameraman Jeff? Oh my god, could it be? He wasn't always a cameraman. Used to be a fucking tough mercenary. Check it out. So we have a fucking swipe the screen fight with Dante. We have 3 X's for 3 fails. Nice fake out. And I think I don't actually fail this one even once, but it's still fucking lame. Like when the X's disappear and you fuck up, then you have to start from the beginning. And it's like the first half of the fight is like a fist fight, but then Dante pulls out a knife, and then if you fuck up, well, you get stabbed and die. At least Dante finally pulled out that stupid butterfly knife that was always part of his design. And Nate should really start carrying a fucking knife as well. I like how Dante tried to do the same thing we did at the beginning, but he fucking failed miserably to do that. It's like that's kind of what Dante's whole character is. He tries to do what we do, but he's like just fucking worse at it because he has the wrong motivation to do it. We're doing it for the fucking hell of it, and he does it for the money. I think he pulled out the knife. Fuck, he's about to get stabbed to death. For real though, a butterfly knife. That's like for doing tricks with it, not really fucking cutting anybody. It fucking sucks ass. There's no handguard on it, so if you try to stab somebody, you would, I don't know, likely cut yourself as well. Plus, all the like screws holding it together just make the whole construction of it a lot fucking looser. So it's like very easy to break that knife. You just carry around a Bowie knife. That would have been way better. You could have it like concealed in some kind of a holster, maybe next to your gun. Oh, you had to do some cool fucking tricks. Like I said last episode, if I had a butterfly knife here, I would do some tricks, but I know some tricks that look pretty dope, but well, you can't see them. I don't have a camera. I have a butterfly knife that looks exactly like his, except it's like twice as long. It's fucking cool. It's my favorite one. I also have a butterfly knife comb, a butterfly knife that kind of looks like a Bowie knife when it's opened up, and a butterfly knife straight up from CSGO, where it's like has a painted handle and shit. It's pretty cool. And there's some other knives I have. I have a lot of knives. Could have been. But then you wanted to get radioactive.
You know what? Keep it. Gold is yours. But when I get to that doorway of the gods, I'm setting off Guerrero's explosives and I'm sealing this cavern up for good.
No, you ain't. You know why? Because you ain't got it in ya.
We'll see.
Oh, there's your princess. Oh, look out. She's got a gun.
Kind of a lame way Dante goes. He doesn't die or anything. He just gets left here, beat up, surrounded by the gold he wanted so much.
Let me take out Guerrero for her.
You know what? Not everyone thinks like you do, Dante. You're the one that uses people, not me.
Oh, sure. Just stand there, watching the two of us tear each other's throats out. And when we're gone, who's left with all the beautiful gold, huh?
You're pathetic.
He's got a point. It'd be funny if Chase came back to this series as a villain. Turning out she actually did got all the radioactive gold and she used it to, I don't fucking know, make a fucking laser weapon and blow up Earth. And then Nathan Drake has to go to the moon, climb a bunch of moon mountains and shit. Did you guys knew that the highest mountain in our solar system is on Mars? There's like a mountain that's like twice as big as Mount Everest. It's pretty cool. It's like huge. Kinda lame how Mars is just all fucking rocks. It would be cool if, I don't know, some shit there. Like, you watched all this like footage of like robots on Mars and just like fucking bunch of rocks everywhere. Who cares? It's lame as fuck. And no surprise the Martians all killed themselves. Who'd want to live in a pile of fucking shit?
Fat chance.
Go and tell them that Dante's dead so they can go home.
Care of my own business.
He had a giant desert eagle though. That's not he's gone.
It's too late to worry about that.
Once you kill somebody and find out how fun it is, there's no going back. Once you taste the flesh, the taste of blood, well, then you're cool with me. I was talking about that fucking movie. What was I talking about now? I think I said everything I wanted about this movie. If I was a DCU fan, I would have loved this movie. But I'm not. I'm just a Batman fan, so I was like excited to see Michael Keaton. One thing that's really out of place, this movie is supposed to take place in this like realistic world. But then whenever Michael Keaton is on the screen fighting and shit, they play the Tim Burton music from Batman Begins and Returns. And it just does not fucking fit at all the setting. It is fucking dope to see. Because I swear to God, that's the same fucking... How did they saw me? That's the same music they play in Lego Batman, so you could, in a way, watch a movie with the Lego Batman soundtrack in it. And I mean the video game, not the movie. Lego Batman. That was a fucking good Batman movie, Lego Batman. It's like a big parody of Batman, where Batman is just like completely ridiculous in it. Everything he does has to be badass. What's the point? Back to shooting, Dante's pretty much dead. That was his last appearance. Even though, you know, you could think like maybe he comes back, like he somehow crawls out of that fucking hall. I mean, I got beat up a little bit, and I'm still fucking fine, jumping around and shit. What happened to Dante exactly that like immobilized him, where he just sits there? Like, what is he so heavy with guilt and regrets that he can't even fucking lift himself up? Can't be fucking real. Yeah, so since I gave up on replaying Uncharted games, I was watching a lot of people on YouTube recently playing Grand Theft Auto 4, and I was like, holy fuck, last time I played Grand Theft Auto 4 must have been like over 10 years ago. Not to mention I probably skipped all the cutscenes and didn't give a shit about the plot, which is the best part of Grand Theft Auto 4. The realistic gameplay and like animations, Grand Theft Auto 4 is fucking amazing, and I was like, well, I still have Grand Theft Auto 4 on my PS3. I could play it. But then I turned my PS3 on. I actually signed into my PlayStation account on my PS3 recently, and the game just wouldn't fucking work. It kept asking me to update the system. I did. Then it told me that the game has an update that I need to download. I was like, okay. Fucking, how old is this game and has a fucking update for me? And then the update would just not download and the game wouldn't turn on otherwise. Like if I just told it that, no, I don't want to fucking update the game. I want to play without updates. It just wouldn't turn on. Which is weird because last time I turned on the PS3 and didn't sign into my PlayStation account, everything worked just fine. So I'm starting to wonder, could it be genuinely because I fucking signed into my PlayStation account? Also, Chase went crazy and she straight up shoots at me here. See, give a fucking woman a gun and she's immediately gonna fucking kill you with it. Not to mention Chase, what, didn't use guns at all throughout the game because of some bullshit story reason. Now she has no problems with it. And all of a sudden knows how to shoot and shoots at me. Is she fucking crazy? Or fucking stupid? I think I know the answer to that one. It's the second option. She just straight up shoots at me, fucking dumb bitch. Gotta be fucking kidding me, man. See you fellas in the next episode. Bye.